In every classroom, the teacher holds authority, but true respect comes only when students feel guided, not controlled. Authority should be used to encourage curiosity, discipline, and fairness. When applied wisely, it shapes learning environments where knowledge grows naturally. Students often learn more when they sense authority combined with understanding and kindness. Consciousness allows us to notice our surroundings, emotions, and actions. In studies of the brain, researchers explain that consciousness connects thought with awareness. Without it, daily experiences lose meaning. Tutors remind learners that developing higher consciousness helps them stay focused, responsible, and mindful. Consciousness creates a link between ideas, memory, and present understanding. Administrators manage schools, universities, and organizations by planning activities, guiding staff, and addressing challenges. Their decisions affect both teachers and students. Good administrators create opportunities for growth and learning. They also provide resources like books or technology. In times of difficulty, administrators support colleagues with solutions that reduce stress and improve overall efficiency. Flavor in food is influenced not only by spices but also by cultural traditions. Different countries mix herbs to create unique tastes. Biological receptors in the tongue sense flavor and send signals to the brain. Without flavor, meals seem dull. Nutritionists often emphasize that healthy food can also be prepared with rich, enjoyable flavor. A crisis in education can occur when resources are limited or systems fail. During such times, tutors and administrators must act with creativity to find alternatives. Crisis often tests patience, but it can also bring positive change. Many schools improve their techniques after experiencing a crisis, turning difficulties into lessons of resilience. It is easy to criticize someone's mistakes, but tutors teach that helpful criticism is better than harsh words. Students grow when they receive suggestions that guide them forward. To criticize fairly, one should focus on actions, not personalities. When applied kindly, criticism becomes a useful tool for improvement, building confidence instead of fear. Tutors place strong emphasis on regular practice because consistent effort brings mastery. Emphasis is also given to collaboration with colleagues, since teamwork helps overcome challenges. When emphasis is placed on positive learning, students feel motivated. Educational handouts often highlight important points with bold text, showing which topics deserve emphasis for exams or projects. Audacity is the courage to speak boldly, even when others doubt you. Entrepreneurs often succeed because they show audacity in decision-making. Students too can benefit when they use audacity to ask questions others avoid. Tutors admire learners who display this quality, because it often leads to creative answers and unexpected problem-solving.
Receptors are special structures in the body that receive signals, such as light, sound, or touch. In biology, receptors help living organisms respond to their environment. For example, receptors in the eyes allow vision, while those in the skin sense temperature. Tutors often explain how receptors are essential for survival, adaptation, and awareness. Concrete is not only a building material but also a way of describing ideas that are clear and solid. Tutors often ask for concrete examples when students explain theories. This makes answers stronger. Concrete structures in cities remind us of human creativity. Similarly, concrete thinking in education provides stability, clarity, and confidence in learning. To determine the best answer, students must compare facts, analyze ideas, and practice critical thinking. Tutors often ask learners to determine patterns in science or history. Determining solutions helps improve decision-making skills. In life, determination also means persistence, but in classrooms, to determine often means to discover the right path or conclusion. Tutors guide students by offering personal attention, explaining topics clearly, and answering questions. Unlike large lectures, tutors often provide detailed feedback. Students feel supported when tutors listen carefully to their problems. Tutors also prepare handouts, practice tests, and examples. Their role is not just teaching but also motivating learners toward independent growth and confidence. Colleagues in any workplace bring diverse skills that help achieve shared goals. Teachers often depend on their colleagues to prepare lessons, organize events, or solve problems. In universities, administrators, tutors, and colleagues collaborate for student success. Respect among colleagues creates harmony, while teamwork ensures progress. Sharing handouts and techniques with colleagues also encourages mutual learning. Entrepreneurship is the ability to create new business ideas, develop products, and take risks. Universities sometimes organize workshops to teach entrepreneurship, guiding students in innovation. Tutors encourage learners to think independently and show audacity. Entrepreneurship not only creates jobs but also inspires others. It depends on determination, planning, and the courage to face uncertainty. Biological studies help us understand how living things grow, survive, and adapt. Tutors explain biological processes such as digestion, reproduction, or cell function using charts and handouts. Biological knowledge is vital in medicine and nutrition. By learning about biological systems, students can connect theory with real-life examples, such as how the body uses vitamins. Vitamins are nutrients the body needs in small amounts to stay healthy. They support growth, repair, and immunity. A lack of vitamins can cause weakness or disease. Tutors often emphasize including vegetables, fruits, and dairy in meals. Handouts on nutrition usually show lists of vitamins and their benefits. Balanced vitamins keep energy stable daily. Patterns appear in mathematics, science, and daily life. Students notice patterns in numbers, weather, or behavior. Tutors often teach problem solving by recognizing patterns first. Patterns make complex ideas easier to remember. Administrators and researchers also use patterns to predict outcomes. Observing patterns carefully allows people to determine future trends with accuracy and understanding. Protein is essential for building muscles, repairing tissues, and supporting growth. Foods like beans, eggs, and fish contain protein. Tutors in biology classes explain how proteins are made of amino acids. Handouts on nutrition often list protein-rich diets. Without protein, the body becomes weak. Balanced meals with protein improve energy, health, and overall strength. A satellite orbits the Earth and sends data for communication, weather, and navigation. Students learn that satellites make global connections possible. Tutors often explain how satellites help farmers predict climate or scientists study space. Handouts about satellites include diagrams and examples. Satellites show how technology can improve daily life by connecting continents with information. Nutrition is the science of how food supports health. Good nutrition includes balanced amounts of protein, vitamins, and minerals. Tutors provide handouts explaining nutrition basics so students understand food choices. Administrators sometimes run nutrition programs in schools. With correct nutrition, energy improves, immunity strengthens, and learning becomes easier.